Hello people of YouTube and fan installers everywhere. Today we're installing the 60-inch Zolman Pike Ceiling Fan by Home Decorators Collection. If you found this video, you might be stuck in your own installation, or you're looking for some more information about this ceiling fan. We're here to do all that. We're going to cover the installation from start to finish, and we're going to give you all the information about the fan along the way. If you're stuck at a certain point and you just want to fast forward through this, there's some links down below. It'll take you to each individual step along the installation process. You can go ahead and click on the timestamp and it'll take you right to that point. If you found this video helpful at the end, please click like and subscribe. That'll help other people find the video as well. Before we get started, you want to make sure that the electric is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch and that your wires aren't live. If you do not feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. One other note before we get started is if you're replacing a light fixture with this ceiling fan, you want to make sure that the outlet box is marked acceptable for fan support. If the outlet box is plastic and not marked acceptable for fan support, you're going to want to replace it before getting started. This is an indoor rated fan and features a DC motor with 9 different speeds, has a twist-on glass shade for easy installation. The fan also features an LED light kit and a full function remote control with the reverse function included. The fan comes with 8 reversible blades and a slide-on mounting bracket. We've already unpacked the ceiling fan. We're just going to look in the manual to make sure that we have everything before we begin, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first off, we have the slide-on mounting bracket. It's pre-assembled inside the canopy with the canopy ring attached. We'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. Next up, you have the decorative motor collar cover, the ball and downrod, the LED light kit, the light kit pan, the fan motor, the twist and lock glass shade, 8 reversible blades. 8. There's a bunch of blades on this thing. Espresso one side, black on the other. Pick the one that matches your decor. A couple other things that came in the box is this hardware pack. It's got the blades, screws, and the plastic wire nuts. Also has this remote and the included batteries. The remote control is a full-featured remote control, and it includes the reverse function, so you don't have to get up on a ladder to change the direction of your fan. Some tools we're going to need for this project, first and foremost, is a ladder. That's going to get you up to your ceiling. We like to use a voltage line tester to make sure that the lines aren't live before starting. We also have wire cutters and strippers. It's a good idea to have some electrical tape to seal up the nuts and wire connections. Flathead screwdriver. A small Phillips head screwdriver. If you don't have a small one, that's fine, as long as you have a standard Phillips head screwdriver. So we have everything here. We're ready to begin. Let's do it. The mounting bracket comes pre-assembled inside the canopy with the decorative ring attached. To begin, remove the decorative ring by twisting counterclockwise to expose the 2 screws at the base of the canopy. Then use a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 screws at the base of the canopy. Once those 2 screws are loosened, simply twist the mounting bracket to disengage the keyhole slots and remove the mounting bracket from the canopy. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket for easy installation. The slide-on mounting bracket has 2 keyhole slots located on either side of the mounting bracket that will align with the 2 screws from the outlet box. Simply align the slots with the screws and slide to hold in place before securing the mounting bracket to the ceiling. This is just a demonstration of how it's done. To install the slide-on mounting bracket, begin by loosening but not removing the 2 screws in the outlet box in the ceiling. Next, feed the house wires through the opening in the mounting bracket, aligning the keyhole slots of the mounting bracket with the 2 screws of the outlet box, and then slide to hold in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten the 2 outlet box screws and secure the mounting bracket to the ceiling. Make sure both screws are completely tightened. Before routing the wires and installing the downrod, you'll first need to loosen but not remove the set screw located on the motor collar on the top of the fan motor housing. Use a flathead screwdriver to loosen the screw, but do not remove it. Also note there's a safety tab on the motor collar that is designed to lock the downrod in place should it ever loosen during operation. The fan is shipped with cardboard motor stops to prevent the motor from spinning during shipment. Remove and discard the cardboard motor stops before proceeding. Before routing the wires through the downrod, you'll first need to unwrap the rubber band and gently stretch the wires out. Once the wires are stretched out, it's a good idea to twist the ends of the wires together to make it easier to feed them through the downrod. Next, take the ball and downrod assembly and place that into the canopy. Make sure that the downrod portion exits the smallest hole of the canopy. Next, place the decorative ring onto the ball and downrod. Make sure the black side of the ring is touching the canopy. Then, slide the motor collar cover onto the ball and downrod assembly, making sure that the largest opening is facing towards the end. Then, take the wires from the fan and feed those through the ball and downrod assembly so that the wires exit through the ball portion. Gently pull the wires through until the threaded end of the downrod meets the motor collar at the top of the fan motor. Insert the downrod into the motor collar and screw it in by turning the downrod and ball assembly clockwise until it is completely tightened. Once the downrod is completely tightened, secure the downrod by using a flathead screwdriver to securely tighten the set screw at the top of the motor collar. Once that is completely tightened, slide the motor collar cover down. If installing this fan with the included downrod, it's a good idea to trim the wires before installation. To do so, measure about a foot from the top of the ball and downrod assembly and use a pair of wire cutters and strippers to cut the wires. Then strip off about 3/4 of an inch of insulation from each wire. After stripping the wires, twist the ends of the wires so that there are no loose strands. Now the fan is ready to be hung. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note that there is a tab inside the mounting bracket that will align with the slot on the ball and downrod assembly. When hanging the fan, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the entire fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab. The fan will drop slightly when that slot engages the tab and the fan is properly seated. To hang the fan, lift the assembly up to the mounting bracket and note the location of the slot of the ball and the tab in the mounting bracket. Insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab of the mounting bracket. Remember, the fan will slightly drop when seated properly in the mounting bracket. Begin wiring the fan by taking the green fan wire and the green wire from the mounting bracket and twisting those two wires together. Then, twist those wires together with the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Once those wire connections are made, finish the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape to secure the connection. Next, take the black wire from the fan and twist that wire together with the black or hot wire from the house supply lines. With those two wires together, finish the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape to secure the connection. Finally, take the white wire from the fan and twist that wire together with the white or neutral wire from the house supply lines. Finish that connection using a plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape to secure the connection. Once all of the wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires back up into the mounting bracket and outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach to the mounting bracket. The canopy attaches to the mounting bracket using the two screws at the base of the mounting bracket. Those two screws align with the two keyhole slots on the base of the canopy. To attach the canopy to the mounting bracket, loosen the screws at the base of the mounting bracket, and then push the canopy up towards the ceiling so that those screws come through the keyhole slots. Then twist to engage the keyhole slots and tighten the screws. If the screws don't come all the way through the hole, you may need to loosen the screws more to be able to engage those keyhole slots. Once the canopy is in place, use a small Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the screws. If you can't access the screws with the screwdriver, it's okay to tilt the fan in the opposite direction to make room for the screwdriver to access the screw. Completely tighten both screws. The decorative ring attaches to the canopy using two slots in the decorative ring that align with the two screws at the base of the canopy. Align those slots with the two screws and then push up and twist to lock the decorative ring in place. The blades attach to the fan using the 3 screw holes in the blade that will align with the 3 screw holes in the base of the fan. Choose which blade finish you want facing the floor, and then insert the blade into the slot on the side of the housing and use the blade attachment screws to secure the blade to the fan. Align the holes of the blade with the holes in the base of the motor, and then insert a blade attachment screw into the hole to secure the blade in place. Repeat this process for the 2 remaining screws. Then use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten all 3 screws. Repeat this process for the 7 remaining blades. The light kit pan attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. Those will align with the 3 screws in the black bracket in the base of the motor. Begin by first removing and saving one of the 3 screws, and then loosen but do not remove the 2 remaining screws. Next, remove the twist tie holding the light wires together, and feed the light wire through the center hole of the light kit pan. Then align the 2 keyhole slots of the light kit pan with the 2 screws that were loosened in the black bracket at the base of the motor. Push up and twist to hold the light kit pan in place. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and insert that screw into the standard screw hole of the light kit pan and use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten that screw. Once that screw is tightened, completely tighten the 2 remaining screws. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tight. The LED light kit attaches to the fan in the same way, using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws in the light kit pan. Begin by first removing and saving 1 screw, and then loosening, but not removing, the 2 remaining screws in the light kit pan. To connect the LED light kit to the fan, simply insert the plug from the light kit into the plug from the fan wires. Then align the keyhole slots with the screws that were loosened in the light kit pan, push up and twist to hold the light kit in place. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and insert that into the standard screw hole of the light kit and use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten the screw. Then completely tighten the 2 remaining screws. Make sure all 3 screws are completely tight. The glass bowl features a twist lock design. There are 3 nubs inside the light kit pan that will align with 3 flat areas of the glass bowl. Simply align the flat areas with the nubs, push the glass bowl up into the fan, and twist to lock it in place. Before using the remote, you'll have to install the batteries. Simply slide the battery compartment cover off and insert the batteries into the remote control according to the diagrams inside the battery compartment. The light dimming control is located in the battery compartment of the remote control. If you wish to disable the dimming feature, set the switch to on. To enable the dimming feature, make sure the switch is set to dim. The remote comes paired with the fan, but if you have more than one remote control fan in the house, you may need to repair it to adjust the frequency. To do so, make sure the fan power is off at the breaker box and at the wall switch, and then set the dip switch setting to 1. Return power to the fan, and within 30 seconds, press and hold the Learn button. The fan's light will blink twice once the remote is paired. Once the batteries are installed and settings have been made, replace the battery compartment cover. The Zolman Pike includes a feature-rich remote control. The power button turns the fan on or off. The remote includes a memory feature, and the fan will remember its last setting, so when turning it on, it will resume at the last speed that it was set at. The speed control buttons allow you to set the fan at one of 9 speeds. For higher speed, press the plus sign. For lower speed, press the minus sign. The timer button will allow you to choose a time of 2, 4, or 8 hours to automatically turn the fan off. If the light is on, the light will go off as well. Press the timer button once for 2-hour shutoff, twice for a 4-hour shutoff, or 3 times for an 8-hour shutoff. Pressing it a 4th time will disable the timer feature. The airflow buttons control which way the fan rotates. The fan is preset for downward airflow. When using the fan in the colder months, you may wish to reverse the direction of your fan. Press the airflow up button to pull warm air from the ceiling and push it down into the room. To change the direction of the fan must be running before pressing either the airflow up or down buttons. Once either button is pushed, the fan will slow to a stop and then reverse its direction. The light button turns the fan's light kit on or off. To dim the lights, press the down arrow. To make the light brighter, press the up arrow. The Comfort Breeze button randomly varies the fan speeds to create an organic breeze effect. Pressing the button once will alternate the speeds between 1 and 3. Pressing twice will alternate speeds 1 through 6, and pressing 3 times will alternate speeds 1 through 9, 9 being the highest. Pressing a 4th time will disable the Comfort Breeze feature. The LED indicator illuminates when buttons are pushed. The level on the LED bar will coincide with the speeds or the light brightness, depending on which buttons are being pushed. When starting the fan, you may notice that the fan moves back and forth or seems to stutter before starting up. This is completely normal for a DC motor ceiling fan. This is just the magnetic poles in the DC motor aligning and starting the fan up. Once the magnetic poles are aligned, the stuttering will stop and the fan will operate normally. Congratulations! Your ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to sit back, relax with a nice tall beverage, and enjoy your brand new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below. That'll help other people find the video as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.